anyone yet. It may just be you and me chatting, which is fine.
Okay. I'm working on updating the Coastal Magic website and making some graphics for the reading challenge and other things. My computer came back on with the internet, so that's a plus. Let's roll with that. Let's keep that going. That's a good one.
My dog we just came in from outside. I went on like a short walk before this, and he's like still panting because of the heat.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah. I mean, he's old. He doesn't recover as easily, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but still. I mean, just because you understand why something's happening doesn't make it any better.
All right. It looks like we have a couple people joining us, so feel free to say hello if you're here. Courtney's here. Hey, Courtney.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, I was feeling like kind of tired, so I got my second Diet Dr. Pepper for the day. I usually only have one, but Jessica's here.
Finished. I have this wee little teeny tiny one because they were out of the regular full-size bottles at Publix where they are buy one get one free. So I got a little itty bitty one. So finished this one up with dinner, so I need to go grab another one.
And Jessica Borsey is here. Hello, welcome back. So you said you're working on updating the Coastal Magic website and doing some graphics.
Yep, I've got a couple more authors to add to the featured author listing, and then I've got to get the reading challenge page added to the website. So all very important things to do.
I am still working on a revision of that book for my agent. I did one full read through with revision. So usually, like what I do is when I read through, I aim to revise one or two very specific things that I know I need to work on. And then I'll do another round where I do one or two more specific things. So I did the first one, and now I'm doing the second one. And I would really like to get this turned into my agent before mentor applications for Pitch Wars close, because that's going to take up a lot of my time. So that's why that's my date. They open on Monday. I'm not sure exactly when they close. I'll have to look that up.
Realistically, do you think that's a good goal? I mean, it's one thing to have a goal, but is it a realistic goal?
I think so, because so I was like, yeah, Jennifer, you are very quiet. Jessica commented. I thought it was just my computer, but maybe it's.
Let's see here.
Oh, I think it's just because it's like, yeah, a little bit away from you.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Because
I can sit up here. I'll scoot. My hair's all weird. Okay. Is that better? I'll scoot up. Is that better?
Yeah, that is something people. Yeah, let us know if that's better. It's something people have been asking StreamYard for. Is the ability to like control individual audio levels. But I also worry that like, because like the whole point of StreamYard is that it's easy to use, and so like the more features you add, the less easier it is to use.
Right. I had considered looking for doing our panels, our virtual panels for the convention, but I don't think it has enough of the features that I'm looking for. I need to fiddle around with it some more, but I didn't see some of the things that I was hoping to find.
Yeah, I had a meeting with SCBWI. Yeah, but it's not incoming volume that's the problem. It's the outgoing volume. Anyway, I had a meeting with SCBWI this week, and because they were wanting to learn more about StreamYard, and someone told them that, you know, I knew it. But one of the first things I said, because I knew what the specific thing they were looking at wasn't going to work for it, because it's a broadcasting software. It's not a webinar software. It's not like a conference conferencing software, you know, like
Right.
it's meant to put video out into the public that looks good. Like that's what it's
Right.
for. So
And it appears to do that well. So
yeah.
yay for that. I'm looking for something that's got a little bit more interactive options.
Mm-hmm. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think so. I'm doing my second round of revisions, and when I finished the first round, I was like, I don't know if I changed very much. I added 3,000 words, but I still felt like I didn't change very much. But as I'm doing my second read through, I'm like, oh, I actually did better than I thought. So that's why I think it's possible.
Good.
Maybe.
Did you accomplish what you were hoping to do with it?
I thought I hadn't when I finished it, but now that I'm reading it and I'm like 6 chapters in now, exactly 6 chapters in now, I definitely think I did better than I thought I had.
Well, that's good. And sometimes
Yeah.
you just got to step away and then come back to it. So
Yeah. So what are y'all working on? Jessica and Courtney. Anybody else who's here? Let us know what you're going to be working on tonight. If you have any goals for tonight. Yeah, I do have my mic right here too, so I'm probably.
Yeah, my headset is super cheap. I don't have a mic in. It's just on my tablet. Yeah.
I broke my favorite listening headphones. I like, so they're not like great sound or whatever. I mean, they're fine, but I like them because of the way they fit in my ears. And when I came in from my walk the other night, I was saying hi to my parents' chihuahuas, and they like ripped them out of my ear and like broke the piece off. And
oh no.
so I'm really sad now.
I'm not good with ones that go into my ear. I much prefer the ones that go over.
That's why. So like these are the ones. Oh, my camera's here. That have like the little nub that goes in, and I don't like those. The ones that are kind of flat and just like sit, just like on the outer part of the ear. I know they don't give us good sound, but they're much more comfortable to me.
Right.
Courtney says, I'm trying to figure out if the framing idea that I had while drinking wine is good. So I'm doing some drafting and hoping to figure out if I like it.
Well, good luck with that.
That's funny. Beth is
It'll be
here.
awesome if it actually works out well.
Yeah. Beth is here, still working on my YA 9/11 novel. Should finish the current chapter and hope to get through another. All right. I do have some wireless headphones coming. They're on their way to me. I'm really excited. Mainly because like I listen to podcasts when I cook. And then sometimes you forget, like you're attached to your phone and things fly and things get caught on cabinet doors and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Jessica Borsey is drafting second chapter. Secondary goal is to figure out more about the POV character. Cool. Wine ideas are the best. Jessica Baker says, I'm playing catch up on editing my book 2. I had no internet for 3 days and could get anything to sync. Oh.
That's no good.
Sometimes I wish my internet would go out because then I would actually be able to draft. Without the internet distracting me.
Do you have Ooh Shiny Disease too, Sarah?
Kind of. I have like, what do they call it? Death scrolling? Where you just like keep scrolling through Twitter endlessly until you die. That's my problem. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, it's time for our first sprint. Yay! Cool. All right, so I'm gonna bring the timer up on screen. Oh, that's the wrong layout. Sorry, Jenna didn't mean to cut you out of that.
That's okay.
And we're gonna turn the banner on. And as soon as I press go, we're gonna mute ourselves. So everybody ready? Get set and go. All right, everyone, that is time. How did everyone do?
I got 2 graphics done. So that's good.
Cool. I I got like a little bit distracted about halfway through. And because I had to switch over to my browser to check something on StreamYard, and I saw my Twitter tab up, and so I just like muscle memory, like clicked on Twitter, but like literally 10 seconds later, I was like, wait, no, I'm supposed to be writing. So it's fine. Oh, comments. Yes. Let's see how everyone else is doing. Got distracted by the graduation party going up your street. Wow. Oh, like a cars and stuff, that kind of thing. A parade. Courtney said that went fast. I had wrote about a page. Cool. Very cool. It's about 250 words ish, depending on your. Oh, you hand wrote about a page. Okay, cool. I'm a little burpy from the pepper. Excuse me.
I went and got my refill.
Oh, nice. How did everyone else do? I pretty much only like promoted this week on Twitter. Like sometimes I post it in some groups and stuff. But I wasn't quite sure like if that was effective or not, you know? And we do have a couple, like fewer people than we usually do. So next week I'll go back to posting in the groups, just so people know about it. Okay, yeah, parade. Jessica Boise got 466 words of bad boss vibes. Nice. So next week, Bess is going to be co-hosting with me. So I'm doing it next week, even though I don't have it scheduled yet. So make sure you come back next week. She said no promises, but it is the day after her embargo on fostering baby kitties lifts.
Her embargo on? I thought she already had some. So how did she?
They got adopted.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so after they get a litter adopted, they set a time limit where they're like, okay, we're not going to take a litter for so many weeks because it's like so interruptive, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so they set like some time where they won't take more kitties, and so next week, absolutely no promises. But if someone so happens to have a litter that is ready the day before, the day of, then maybe we'll have some baby kitties. But cross your fingers.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say. Should we hope that happens, or should we not hope that happens? I'm torn on that particular issue.
It is nice for breaks. I love having the baby kitties for the breaks.
That's true. I'm sorry that I don't have baby kitties to entertain everyone.
I don't know if anyone saw my cat helping me. She came up in the middle and then crawled up on my shoulder for a while, and then went and sat on my keyboard and added a whole bunch of characters to my manuscript.
Anything that you could put into words?
No, there were lots of Y's. So that's what she's like. Why? Why are you doing this?
Why is this happening and not petting me happening?
Yeah, she's funny. And then she just kind of sat right here, just like literally where my name is, like just out of view, for a little while. But at least I could work while she was doing that.
Nope, I missed her because I was looking at a different screen.
Yeah. Well, I have my Diet Dr. Pepper, and then I have, as always, my water. What are y'all drinking tonight? We know Jennifer's got her Dr. Pepper. Let's see. Does Courtney have Tea?
Who wants to bet a quarter?
About a quarter.
That's the extent of my spending money these days.
Wait a minute. Let's see if anybody is drinking anything. I was doing my schedule for July, and I had in several weeks I had like 2 hours that I had to take because I'm working like at 2 hours on Saturday, so I have to take 2 hours from another day. And I was like, oh, I could take 2 hours at the end of Wednesday, and then I would have time, a little bit of like resting time before this. And then I realized our staff meeting is every Wednesday at 4. I can't leave at 4 on Wednesdays.
Well, you could say, pardon me, thing.
I had it all planned out, but I didn't think that all the way through. Yes, Courtney is drinking tea and water. Jessica Baker is drinking iced tea minus the ice. So cold tea, nice. That's how I like it too. I don't like ice. I don't like ice in anything. Tamsin is drinking water. When I'm revising, a lot of times I'm just drinking water. I just was really struggling today trying to stay awake. Jessica Borsey has black tea. We got a lot of tea people on this chat. It is too late for coffee though, so I mean, if you want to go to bed at any decent time, it's too late for coffee.
Anytime it's too late for coffee for me because I don't do coffee.
Yeah,
but it's never too late for Dr. Pepper. Ever.
Unless you're drinking like Maxwell House, because I don't have any caffeine anyway.
Oh, really?
Well, it's like
I don't know these
very small
coffee
amount.
things.
Yeah, when I worked at Starbucks for a while when I was unemployed, and well, I guess I wasn't unemployed after they hired me, but you know what I mean.
In between other jobs.
Yeah, yeah. But I learned that Maxwell House coffee that you buy in the store has less caffeine than Starbucks's decaf coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because even decaf coffee isn't completely caffeine free. It still has a small amount of caffeine, but yeah. Beth is drinking water. I already hit my Coke quota. Yeah, I usually only have one Diet Dr. Pepper a day, and I already had it, but I was struggling. Courtney said, "Oh, I missed. My sister sent me more tea this week, and it was very exciting. I'm excited for you." Oh, trying to type on my computer, but won't let my comments go through. Only can do this through my phone. Oh, that's weird. Maybe try a different browser, Tamsin. That might help. Oh yeah, when I'm drafting, I have wine. Jennifer's right. Yeah, or sometimes beer, but usually wine. Beer doesn't make me feel great the next day. Like not hangover, just like digestive blowback.
Blowback. That's not a word that I've heard used in that particular instance.
Yeah.
I think ever, but I suppose it is appropriate.
We're almost ready for our next writing sprint, so let us know in the comments if you're ready, and I'm going to do some little stretches.
I'm going to finish up the third graphic and then get everything put onto. I got to create the page on the website and get it onto the website.
Oh, it looks like Tamsin got it to work in another browser. Nice. Congrats. Yeah, I'm wondering which browser you started on, which one you switched to, because like almost always I feel like Chrome works better than most other browsers.
Yeah, Tamsin, I'm using my tablet for the camera and the audio, and for some reason it's not either picking up or transmitting the audio very well, so I just have to lean in. Sorry. I will remember to lean in a little.
Lean in. There's a whole book
Lean
about
in.
that.
There is a whole book about that. There's probably more than one.
Yeah, I never read it.
Me
All right, seems like everyone's ready, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull up the countdown. Hopefully I don't make Jennifer go away again.
Nope, not this time. You're stuck with sorry.
I did it right. All right, so everybody on your mic, get set, and go. All right, and that is time for our second sprint. How did everyone do? I'm chugging along, getting some little tweaks in and stuff. Jennifer, can you hear me?
I was trying to get my last couple things on that graphic done, and it's irritating me.
Oh,
I was
okay.
trying to finish that, but that's okay. I got to do a couple little tweaks to make it work. That'll be the last of my graphics, and then I'll
Nice.
do all the updates during the next sprint.
The work never ends, huh?
No, it really doesn't. But that's okay.
Tamsin got a page done and fetched a snack. Nice. Jessica says I'm making major changes to this chapter. Very nice. Oh. Let's see. Courtney wrote about another page, and I think I like it. That's good. That's good. Maybe your framework is working out for you.
Very cool.
Let's see. Wrote my way into figuring out how the MC stays involved with the mystery. Nice. More bad boss vibes.
All the bad boss vibes. All of them.
Bad boss has got to be something fun to write, especially if you worked for a while for a bad boss. Kind of get a little bit of revenge.
I've been very lucky. I haven't really had any like truly bad bosses. I've had bosses that have annoyed me, but none that have been like genuinely, bad. Yeah, I've been pretty good.
That's
pretty
good.
Lucky.
I had a really bad boss. Yeah. He would make like sexist comments all the time. And he so I worked construction, right? So I was a construction manager. And so I don't know if you know this, but you can't, you have to wear pants on a construction site. You have to wear pants that cover your skin down to where your shoes are. Yeah. And he would make comments all the time about like how I didn't wear enough dresses and I'm like, I work construction, and also it's not appropriate, but I've been an engineer for a while and I've been in engineering school. So when you're in kind of that environment, you let a lot of things just kind of roll off your back. And what ended up happening was the manager of the department that sat next to us, who was a man, reported it to his manager. And he's like, oh, this guy's saying all kinds of things, blah, blah. And they called me into the manager's office and they were like, well, don't you think you're overreacting? So, of course, I had to point out that I was not reacting because I wasn't even the one who reported it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was terrible. It was pretty shitty.
That's horrible. Yeah. It's no good.
And apparently he had several female interns complain about him as well, and he's probably still there.
That bites.
He probably got a promotion. Well. But yeah, that's probably my worst boss.
On to better things. On to better things.
I was happy to leave that place for sure.
I bet.
All right.
But yay for good bosses.
Yeah.
I bet you would be a good boss. I think you would be a good boss, Sarah.
I don't know. I feel like I would be a bad boss.
Yeah?
I don't think I would be a mean boss. I just think that I don't know, I hate conflict at all. So, if someone was not working out, it would be, I don't know, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, that might be hard.
Maybe. We'll see. I have no desire to be a manager, so it may never happen.
I've been a manager but I've always worked in retail.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a manager at just about every job that I've had. So
Mm.
that part's not fun. You do it, but it's not fun.
Yeah.
But I don't think I was ever. I mean, I was never mean about it or anything.
Yeah. Let's see. Jessica said, I just got a job where I solved a problem and my boss took credit for what I did and locked me on the project. Oh yeah, that's happened to me too. Yeah, so that's fun. Jessica said, I'm writing my way through my feelings. Nice.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah, I recently had an experience where I was volunteering for an organization and I had an idea that they implemented and was really well received. And then I read an interview where the person in charge of the event took credit for that idea. So that's cool and great.
Except not, but whatever. I mean, you can say it's
Whatever.
cool, and you be the good cop, and I'll be the bad cop.
That was sarcasm.
I know. I know. I know.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's
I feel
all
like people like
imaginary
that.
lines.
I feel like people like that eventually people are gonna see, you know, who they really are. So
Yep, I
they'll
agree.
get your own one day.
And the thing is, not to spend too much time worrying about it because they're not.
Yeah.
So, there's no sense in making yourself sick over it.
Whew. All right. Well, that was fun. Let's move on
Yeah,
to a different topic.
that took a turn that I had not expected.
Yeah. I mean, you could talk about anything. Oh yeah, let me talk about the next PubTalk Live show. My guest co-host is going to be Raquel Henry, who runs Writers Atelier, which is a writing studio in Orlando where I live. Well, not technically in Orlando, in the greater Orlando area. And she's also an editor. She is the founder of Black Fox Literary Magazine, and she is the newly announced editor of, I think it's called Voyage, which is a new young adult literary magazine.
Oh,
Let's
that's
see.
fun.
Is that Voyage? Is that right? Jessica, do you know? Jessica Baker, sorry. I thought I followed them on Twitter, but oh yeah, it is Voyage YA. Yeah, Voyage YA Journal is what it's called.
That'll be fun.
And then the special guest is going to be Jen Baker, who does the Minorities in Publishing podcast. She was the Publishers Weekly Rising Star for 2019 last year, and she's an editor. And yeah, I met her when we did Everywhere Book Fest. And her and Raquel are friendly, and so it's gonna be a good conversation. I think it's gonna be a really good episode.
Cool. Well, that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. And then we'll be here every Wednesday through June at least. Actually, I just did my schedule in July. Yeah, so through July, we'll be doing writing Wednesdays through the end of July at the very least. So keep coming back. I think that's it. Oh, if you want to support the show on Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/PubTalkLive. And there are a couple different tiers there. So, yeah. Oh, it's time already. I feel like that went fast.
Time
Maybe
already. I was just about to say. Well, that's because I introduced a weird topic of conversation. Sorry about that. I unintentionally introduced a weird topic of conversation.
I think it started because Jessica's talking about it. She said we made her feel better though, so that's good.
Well, that's good. I'm very glad, Jessica. All right, but yeah, it's time.
Yeah. Yeah, let's pull up the timer and get that banner going. And on your mark, and get set, go. All right, and that is it for our final 20-minute sprint. How did everyone do, both in that sprint and for the whole evening combined? I got a little, I was like, oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I had to add, so as I was going through, I realized that a conversation that happens later could happen earlier, and then that would allow me to do a couple other things that I wanted to do. And so I went to find the conversation later to copy it and paste it. But when I went to paste it, like, I don't know what happened, but like it scrolled all crazy and it took me a while to find the right spot. It's fine. It was only like a minute or two lost. But then, so I copied it in and I started like working that into that scene. And I was like, oh, I wonder how much time is left. And I came and looked and it said 4 seconds.
Oh, that's funny.
So
but at least you
didn't
found
quite
it
get
before
done
the
yet,
4
but
seconds was done.
yeah. Yeah, so I'll probably do that after, probably after I take my walk, actually, and then try to finish that up tonight.
Cool.
What would you get
I
done?
finished the graphic. I got one of them put where it needs to be, and I was starting on one of the website updates, and then my sister sent me something to read, so I was
You might want to come a little bit closer again
sorry.
to the.
I did some of the graphic
Yeah.
stuff. I started on the update on the website, and then my sister sent me something that I needed to proofread, so I did that.
Let's see, Jessica said, I finished 2 chapters and I'm going to continue working on this one. Nice. Tamsin got
That's
9
cool.
pages done total. Jennifer, you said Tamsin and I met at Dragon Con? Yeah. Was she on the Urban Fantasy track with you?
On multiple panels in the Urban Fantasy tracks.
Oh, okay. Okay. Beth said, finally got into a groove, though I'm always finding areas that need research and I'm resisting the urge to get sidetracked. Yeah. That's where you just put in those placeholders where you're like, insert motor type here or whatever. Jessica got about half a chapter done. Nice. Courtney wrote another page. I think I'm about done with the scene.
Cool.
Nice. So yeah, I love it when people have, get something out of it. I love doing it because it helps me focus when I know that other people are like watching me. Let's see. Oh yeah, yes, I did a UF track and a few others. Cool, very nice. Is Dragon Con gonna happen this year?
As of right now, they have not canceled, and I think that's partially due to the fact that the regulations have not been set in such a way that they can not happen without it being a problem.
Expensive.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how they're going to make it work, but I can't imagine the nightmare that would be that the people running that would have to deal with right now. I would not would not want to be there or be the person in charge
of it. Yeah, and Georgia's not doing so well in terms of coronavirus right now. Every map I see, they're like bright red. Red meaning bad.
The problem is,
the governor.
The problem is that they can't. The event can't cancel. Without it being a problem, unless the governor does certain things, and they're just not. So they're kind of stuck in a hard spot right now.
Yeah, their governor is probably one of the least likely to do anything. Beth also asked, are they still doing it this year? Yeah. It's going to be tough because I've seen a lot of people pull out. A lot of big authors have been pulling out.
Right. Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of people aren't comfortable doing it, and so there's been people cancel. But then there's a lot of people that, because they're so involved, and they, they have is like the volunteers and the people that kind of behind the scenes. There's people that feel obligated to be there regardless. As long as they're going on, they're going to be there. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, this is the first time in 11 years I won't be there. So I mean, that sucks, and I'm not happy about it. But I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, my friend David asked me to go this year, and this was, of course, like last year.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like I can't go. Like, so
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people in that same position, or
Yeah.
like, we can't risk that. I just like every time I just think of like how crowded it always is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. 85,000 people in a 6 blocks radius is not a good thing when it comes to
Hmm.
that particular situation.
Yeah. And like all the big panels where like, I mean, like, I'm not a small person. So I'm literally touching both people on both sides of me when I'm sitting in the audience,
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, hopefully something magical happens.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just I I just I constantly wish that I could just strike coronavirus from the earth.
Mm-hmm. Would that
But
be nice?
yeah.
That would be so nice.
Oh, we need a hero.
Well, hopefully, the rumors that scientific research is starting to pay off is more than just rumors, and we're on our way to something good. So we'll see.
Did you see that tweet going around? Someone had tweeted, I can't remember what magazine it was. It was like a science magazine. Um, and it was an article from exactly 5 years ago that was like, scientists say they may be able to create living dinosaurs in 5 years.
Oh my gosh, I did see that. I did see that. That's hilarious. Oh, well, I saw
So
the
it's
headline. I didn't
time.
click on it.
It's time.
It is time. That would be nice. I
Why
would
don't you
totally.
just
I would like a
release
dinosaur.
velociraptors on the world? Nothing can get worse.
I would like a dinosaur.
Yeah. Even the town my
Oh,
books take place in had to shut down, so I can't sell there. Oh, yeah.
oh
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
it's an unfortunate situation all the way around right now. It'd
Hmm.
be nice if they can figure out a way to do something virtually. I would totally be involved if they did, but I just don't know. I don't know how they're going to pull it off at this point in time unless they're already working on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to be able to pull off something virtual. But maybe, who knows? I don't know what they're doing behind the scenes, so we'll see.
Tamsin. Oh man.
I'm high-fiving you in my head, Tamsin.
Velociraptor. Just send it in a box. To be opened on your birthday only. Um, it just passed. All right. So thank y'all for joining me. I'm so happy that that hopefully you guys get some like value out of this and get some work done, and we all get a little bit of like socializing and commiserating and cheering each other on as well. Yeah, Jurassic World started filming another movie. I did see there were several jokes going around too that like, oh, now we know, because you're watching that and you're like, I can't believe they would reopen the park, and I can't believe
Mm-hmm.
people would actually go. And now we're like, oh, okay, no, we get it. People
Now,
are
yeah,
stupid.
we totally understand that. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a meme going around that says we have to stop using the phrase
Avoid it
avoid
like the
the
plague.
plague because people don't.
Yeah. Oh my
that is
gosh.
that is not as useful as we once thought it was.
Sometimes you just gotta laugh or you're gonna cry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So
y'all have a good night.
I'm gonna
And
go back to school work. I'm gonna do my
yeah,
own sprints. We'll see how we'll see
I'm
how
gonna
effective
do.
these are.
I'm gonna go for a walk and I'll come back and do some more work.
Sounds good.
So everyone stay safe, wash your hands, wear masks, all of the above. Keep yourself safe.
All right.
And
See
have a
ya
good
later.
night, everyone. Bye.
Good night.